Belarus recently did a report on their latest armored personnel carrier, Volat V2, that is supposed to replace the BTRs currently in active service. And I thought this would be a good time to talk about it, since there are some things that are well designed and some that straight up don't make any sense. Overall, the design is very similar to the new Russian BTR that I talked about recently, with a very similar layout and shape of the armor. Engine is on the front next to the driver and dismounts sitting in the back. BTRs used by both Russia and Belarus have engines on the back and doors on each side for the dismounts to leave the vehicle, which really is not the best design. In comparison to the Russian vehicle, which has doors on the back, the Belarusian one has a ramp, more similar to the modern Western vehicles, which is better in my opinion. The vehicle in its original configuration featured a BMP-2 turret with a new fire control system, which featured a thermal sight for the gunner and panoramic sight with thermals for the commander. But the new configuration of the vehicle features a new turret, Adunok BM30.2. This turret is fully electrical and has the gunner and commander sitting lower below the turret. The sights are fed onto the monitors for both gunner and commander. The sights in question appear to be both the PPK sight from the Belarusian company Pelling. PPK is a combined panoramic sight, which means it can be used for both target engagement for the weapon systems and as a panoramic sight for surveillance. The sight apparently features a second-generation thermal, based on its detection range of 4 km and recognition range of 2 km. The turret also has ATGM mounts on the left side, which are supposed to house Concourse RB, which is a modernized Concourse ATGM. The vehicle also has all-around cameras, which are fed onto the driver's display and on a display in the rear compartment for the dismounts. Speaking of which, the vehicle can transport 8 dismounts. The vehicle is powered by a 550 horsepower diesel engine with an automatic transmission and hydropneumatic suspension. It can reach a maximum speed of 120 km per hour on the road. The vehicle is also amphibious and can traverse water with a speed of around 10 km per hour. All of this sounds great, but the real problem with this vehicle lies within its protection. You see, this vehicle was unveiled in 2021, and in its original configuration, the armor was rated at BR4. This means it only protects against 545x39 and 762x39 AK bullets, broadly speaking. At first, I thought this is some special Belarusian rating and not based on the Russian one, because I couldn't believe that a modern vehicle would have such a poor protection. But no, every source I could find stated BR4 protection against AK bullets. This means that the vehicle can be penetrated by any machine gun fire. Usual infantry machine guns like PKM or M240 can rip through its side armor, based on this information. I thought that the vehicle might have improved protection with the new configuration, but in the presentation the presenter lady says that the protection is BR4, which protects against 545 and 762 AK bullets. But here's the thing, the new configuration obviously has add-on armor mounts, and we can see that in comparison to the old one, they have it mounted on the front, but there is none mounted on the side in the presentation. However, we do have some pictures of the vehicle which do show the added armor mounted on the side as well. It's just that the armor has not been mounted on this vehicle in particular, it seems. Problem is that we don't know what the protection of the vehicle would be with the added armor, but it would definitely be enough to stop machine gun fire. And I'm pretty confident that the front armor would at least protect against 12.7mm or the 50 BMG. But would the vehicle remain amphibious with the extra added armor? That is something that has not been disclosed, and I do have some doubts about that, since the vehicle is quite heavy as it is, but maybe they will release some information about that in the future. As for the mine protection, some sources claim 2A and 2B mine protection based on the STANAG 4569 protection standard, which basically means it will protect the vehicle from 6 kg AT mine. Problem is that the most common AT mines, like the TM62, have a 7.5 kg explosive, so I don't know how well it would protect against those. Good thing is that unlike the old BTRs, the seats for the crew and the dismounts have absorbers which mitigate the effect of the explosion and would mean that the people inside have much higher chances of survival if the vehicle drives over a mine. So the mine protection is not great, but it is definitely an improvement over the vehicles it is supposed to be replacing. Overall, the vehicle has some great improvements over the old BTRs, but the protection leaves a lot to be desired. Hopefully the vehicle will enter service in the up-armored configuration and not in the default one, because such protection is definitely not adequate for a modern armored vehicle. That would be all for now. If you like my content, you can support me on Patreon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a nice day.